Hello there everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play the Dark mod. In the last video, we continued through Chronicles of Skullduggery 1, Pearls and Swine, and we've made it into the Harrington Mansion, which is what we were hired to do in this part of town. Our objective is a strange amulet located here called the Amulet of Dreams, if our objective is to be believed. It's probably somewhere within one of the secrets strewn about this mansion, according to the journal that we had read from Miss Harrington. Let's get in there and begin trying to find it. Right. When we left off, we were here inside a closet. Let's take a look at the map and I'll try to describe where we currently are located. If you see the staircase on the left-hand side of the mansion, we are in the small room above it on the map, and slightly to the right of the bath is where we're currently located. Looks like there might be a secret passage somehow next to this as well. Though I did not see any buttons.
He should be aware his slanderous tongue.
Is that something over there?
I want the key from that guard's belt, but we're not going to get it from him here. It also sounds like there's another guard in the hallway. I am suspicious of that. I wonder if the drawing isn't a hint. Though I see no ropes here to pull. In the sitting room. We'll wait here for the guard to come back. And then I will see if I can manipulate the statues on top of the fireplace. So I'm going to cut the recording, everyone, until the guard is beginning to wander out of the room. Here he marked on the fact the light is out, but I don't think he's going to relight it himself. No fake books. Nothing in here looks like it will manipulate the freeze. Unless there's something in the fireplace, which there could be. I have not played the game again since 2 nights ago, so I'm a bit unfamiliar with where to go and what to explore in the mansion. I'm not brave enough to explore an area that one helmeted guard has just left until I see him begin walking in that direction. I guess while we're waiting, let's take stock of the equipment we currently have. 1 flash bomb and 1 healing potion. We still have Cornwell's safe key. I never did figure out where that was located. We have taken a little bit of damage, about 1/5 of our life. If we take another fall, I'll go ahead and use the healing potion to heal ourselves. We have 15 broadhead arrows, 8 water so far. I think we have 3 moss arrows and 1 noisemaker.
Should be a servant around, just relighting those. Good. Fits perfectly now.
Damn, that could have gone so much worse than it did. Sure where we're located here. This is not the area that overlooks Fletcher Street. This is the balcony. This must be looking out over the bank/pub area. We can probably make that jump at some cost to our legs if we decide to do so. He's trying to open this door. This just got really awkward.
So many places to hide, and I have time to check them all out. Now where would I hide if I were a thief? Hey, if someone's there, know that I'll find you.
Okay, he didn't actually see us. He just got super suspicious.
So many places to hide, and I have time to check them all out.
He is still actually searching for us.
Perhaps it's just the shadows. Should be a servant around, just with lighting those. Did I just see something?
We are, in fact, very slightly visible to him. Very, very slightly. The light gem is not pitch black. Even though we took the key from his belt and locked the door, guards do not seem to care about locked doors. If they had the key to it, I believe they've been coded to just be able to walk into them. So taking it's not going to do anything for us. Oh, in so much that we can't prevent the guard from entering this room by locking it after the fact. The Amulet of Dreams. A single large pearl adorns this fabled amulet. Little is known about its origins, but it is known that prominent shamans in the north would wear it during hypnotizing rituals. The attendees would then become entranced for long periods, sometimes years, to follow the shaman blindly in all things. This has never been reproduced since it first appeared in written records 200 years ago. It is possible that the knowledge of how to use its magical powers still exists somewhere, though. The Plate of St. Roderick. Rumored to have been originally made of China, this plate held the final meal of St. Roderick before his murder in the year 599. As the unknown assailant plunged his dagger through St. Roderick's neck, leaving him mortally wounded and bleeding over the plate, the account of his monk brethren is that the plate turned to gold before their very eyes. This was one of the reasons for his finally being recognized as a saint. Use the mouse wheel or your next previous inventory buttons. So, we could try every single number. I could go off screen to do it, but I think it would make more sense for us to find the actual code for this. So we will try to do that. There are three treasures hidden behind these exhibit cases, and thus we'll need 3 different codes. I do not know what any of them are as of this point, as a heads up to you guys.
Is that something over there?
The Crown of Tyranny. This crown is reputed to be cursed or blessed, depending upon who's telling the story, though for most stories it seems to be both. The tribes in the east have told stories for generations about chieftains feuding over the crown. Once a chieftain acquires it, they gain new prowess and ferocity in battle, but they also become aggressive and unstable outside of combat. This is where they often meet their end, murdered by former friends who cannot abide their madness. I do want to wait until the guard leaves this place again before I try to make my way out of here. I think he patrols the little bit we've seen so far outside of this, right? He'll walk from the den down into this hallway through the galley and sometimes up to the balcony. I think he could also enter the dining room, so all this area is where he guards. Really quick as well, everyone. Oh, I can show you here. I never noticed these options before when playing the game, but apparently the reason why the AI is so good is because I am playing it at the almost highest difficulty setting, challenging for both vision and hearing. I'm tempted to leave this alone, actually. And in fact, I've been doing nothing but playing the game on challenging, it turns out. Having now tasted how difficult it is to get past the AI, and how well they detect me via light or hearing, I very much think I like the changes, despite myself really worrying about this a few videos ago. Playing the original Thief some more, I've now gotten through the Bone Horde, and I don't know how to say it. I'm finding it to be too easy. I miss the increased difficulty here, but I still very much like the original Thief series for the desire to find every single coin I can and be able to spend them in a shop in order to make the next mission easier for me. I really wish this game had something like that I could put to good use. That's interesting. Oh, I did not know that he might decide to walk up and take a seat. Good thing I wasn't over there. Anyway, I'm recording this part before the first one of these, the Chronicles of Skullduggery, has been uploaded, so no one yet has seen the video or listened to me ask what you guys think I should do, and how this game doesn't feel like it was made for me given the increased difficulty level, since it's far beyond what I'm used to in a sneaking game. But now that I've had a taste of it, I don't really think I can go back to the normal game. Part of me feels like I should try forgiving, just to see if it would indeed be more of my cup of tea. We're gonna have to go over here, Tim. I want to wait and see if the guard goes down the hallway, and if he does, we'll work our way out to the exhibit room. I think I'm probably being overly cautious when playing the game. But that has to do with my, again, unfamiliarity with where the guards patrol. And because I have a bad habit of opening doors and running into guards if I do become overconfident. Like this guy surely would have seen me had, instead of coming up here, I decided to walk into that hallway. And when he goes down the stairs, I'm pretty sure if I was to make my move to go through that door, the other guard would open this door and spot me. I am just going to wait until that guard comes back up the stairs and goes through that other door.
Train times, back in repairs. There should be a servant around relighting those. Shouldn't be so dark in here.
When are they gonna send someone to release me? Feels like I've been here all out.
Let's put some oil on that later.
Oh, well, I love for that to happen. Just sit here and do nothing. And eventually, over time, everything sorts itself.
I think the guard must be in that room. Knowing my luck, leaving that other door open, the helmeted guard would see me walk down this passageway. The guard with the sword, as we know, walks down this hallway, opens that other door, and proceeds down the stairs briefly. I'd like to make sure he's in the middle of doing that before I decide to investigate where he came from. I believe that is Miss Lady Harrington. I need to wait until she's not down that passageway as well before I go down there. I'm going to run right into her. Lord Goderic Harrington. Lord Herbert Harrington.
There are those who are afraid of greatness.
That's the guard we waited for earlier. He's upstairs above us. I heard someone down here briefly. I'd like to see if they show up again. I can't look up or will accidentally rub the candlestick against something, make a noise, and they'll come to investigate. I was moving the candlestick because I didn't want whoever this is to relight it. Bless you. Privy, but that one we're not going to be able to get down into. Guards and servants will will often hit the light switches, so this will not permanently put this room into darkness, but it does give you a few seconds to try to react if you hear a door open and you need to get away immediately. The music reminds me of the One Thief Deadly Shadows track that plays when you're investigating the old pirate captain's manor. There too was a widow. With a many secreted manor.
Does something move?
We might have been seen there. Though he did not call for the guards. I don't think that was a guard. Thank you for your purchase from Harold's Herbals. What you have in your possession is a decadent handcrafted tea made with only the finest ingredients from across the known world. Licorice root from the jungle, ginger from the east, and cinnamon from the Moorish lands. Put a handful of leaves in boiling water for 5 minutes before you indulge. Okay. Wonderful. We have all the money that we need. I no longer have any desire to take anything else from this lady, or from anyone else in general, I suppose. To my recollection, or knowledge, none of the money we pick up can be spent before any of the other missions we go on. It's just meeting an objective, and that is it. Though it might make sense for our thief to steal as much as possible from everyone, I don't really want to. So we'll leave that one vase in that safe. That's the guy who called for the guards. Sorry, who I think saw us. Or thought he saw us.
I'll not relight these any longer.
He was commenting on the fact that the light in this room is actually out. Now, I've been down here before, everyone, and I know there's a maid who walks around down here, but I have not seen her at all.
Pay me no mind.
Well met.
That is supposed to be lit. Oh. The lights are supposed to be on.
I have not been able to figure out her patrol very well, so we're going to do something a little mean and knock her out the next time she is in this room. From my being down here briefly, she's been the only one who walks in here. I believe she walks to here from the kitchens.
Just too quiet. I should summon the
I'd
minstrel.
better light it then. That is supposed to be lit.
She's talking now about the candle right in front of her. I forgot to move that someplace else.
Why can't someone else do it for once?
Kind of pinned in this room, I feel, everyone. We are in the sitting room at the moment, in the center of your screen. We should probably try to make our way to the kitchen. That means going through the parlor back out to the garden around to it, or through the hallway. as long as we're waiting here, I'll talk very briefly to you guys about doing a Let's Play on a stealth game. I am always very nervous when I record one of these about the amount of, well, not nervous, wrong term. Anxious? It's not right either. About the amount of time I spend hiding in shadows, not moving. Mostly because I find it to be, I think you will find it to be very boring if I do that for an abnormal amount of time. Although when I play games like this without recording it,
That is supposed to be lit.
I spend a very long time doing exactly that. I'm so sorry, Millie Weston. We'll leave you here at the moment. Something I try to do when playing these games, these thievy, sneaking games, is I try to put a limit on the amount of people or guards I will be knocking out. I try to limit to like 4 or less, preferably much less, like just 1 or 2. I don't like the idea. If I knock out all of the guards, it seems very unrealistic to me. And the game becomes figure out where the best place is to do that in a hallway or a room, rather than try to get through it as a thief and not be seen. I realize it is a video game and that this is not real life, and despite the increased perception of the people here in this manner, it's still a game, right? No one's going to react to the fact that the maid is gone. And no one is reacting to the doors opening and shutting mysteriously without anyone being behind them. I think if I was to increase the AI's suspicion, like its sight a little bit more, it might actually react to that. The guard who patrolled up above, who I was waiting for in the closet, has come down here at the end of the stairs. Sounds like the male servant has gone down the total length of the hallway and entered a door there. That door, we can't quite see it, but there's one I know on the end of the hall according to the map. That would be the hall without a name on it between the barracks and this hall. There he is. He's gone into the foyer at the moment.
Just too quiet. I should summon the minstrel.
Okay. Probably no one else comes into the kitchen. Actually, I'm pretty sure no one does. Unless the guard decides to go out of their way to make their way, to investigate this place.
Too quiet. We should summon the minstrel.
'We're walking on tile, which is a little louder than flagstone, so I am thus making sure I'm in sneaking mode. '18th of May. The madam seems intent on following the pagan tradition of growing, and I must say it seems to be working wonders. I laid down the leaves on the root vegetable bed last fall, and the first harvests have been succulent, sweet, and unblemished by pests. I still don't believe that it will continue without rotating our crops, but that remains to be seen. I'm thankful, though, since it has been a load off my back not having to turn that soil. We can't get horses into the garden due to the city walls, so that had to be done by the sweat of my brow before. I can definitely support this idea of disturbing the ground as little as possible. Interestingly, it seems the covering of dead leaves and the creepy crawlies living in the soil are able to keep it soft, supple, and moist no matter the weather. It's a joy to pull out carrots without having to brace and strain my back. Speaking of which, I have to get to that shiny rock. Looked at that I found buried in the bed. I hid it in the larder for safekeeping for now. Maybe somebody at the bank across the street will know what it's worth. It is possible that it's part of the decorative... that's correct. I'm sorry, everyone. It is possible that it is part of the decorative knife that the madam uses for pruning the glass house, I suppose. But if it is, it wasn't doing anyone any good buried in the vegetable bed, so I doubt the madam will miss it. 19th of May. That new glass house is a marvel to behold. It's great to let the beans climb the walls, and we are now able to grow crops that won't survive our climate. The madam also said we can grow our root vegetables through the winter under this cover. A marvelous idea. I sometimes wonder why she employs me at all. Most of the time I feel like the apprentice than the master. I suppose that her duties don't allow her the time to deal with such mundane tasks. That stone that he was talking about is there. Should we take it? No, we'll let her keep it. We're already helping ourselves to quite a bit that she possesses. And it's the gardener's now, I suppose. We've also found perhaps a better place for Millie to spend the rest of her evening. I guess she can help the gardener by taking some stock from down here in the root cellar. I suppose she can say that the aroma knocked her out down here when she went down here for more victuals. Perfect. We're not allowed on the roof. In here is the knife. I think it's supposed to be a... what is it called now? A digging tool to help you in the garden. Or perhaps a shears. I'm not going to steal it from the lady. She can keep it. She's growing plants. While I myself don't eat too many vegetables. I'm definitely not a vegan or a vegetarian. I need my meat. One of the few things that my body can actually handle without giving me lots of plumbing problems. I do think that I really enjoy listening to stories about people growing things. And the few times I have had plants, I have struggled to keep them alive. Surprised there aren't more moss arrows around. Most level designers seem to give you plenty of water arrows, which makes sense. Water arrows were one of the most unique things in this game, but I myself really like moss arrows. Being able to run down a hallway even for a few more seconds can be really handy. I want to wait here until the steward comes out of the doorway across from us and to the left. I don't know where he is currently. Maybe it's safe to go now. Guest list. We don't have time to really read that. I would imagine when he walks into this room, he's actually walking into this room. I imagine when he is walking outside the hallway to the steward's room, the steward actually walks into his own room. And he does. The key around his waist must go to this. Oh, yeah. We had read that he had ducked...
Not late a moment ago.
He had ducked down by his desk before. Percival's secret journal. 20th of May. Where does Cordelia keep her codes for the podiums? Dumb hag like her couldn't possibly trust herself to always remember. I've only managed to figure out the plate is 599 as the year. If I can only get access to more of the items, I could have enough to retire in the countryside with my dear Edith, and be done with this filthy town. I may have to go to Brooksdale to pawn off the items, but it would be worth the risk. So far, I've only figured out that the portrait of Duncan in the downstairs foyer is somehow connected. I was able to look behind it the other day, but couldn't see anything scribbled on the back. There seems to be an odd cut in the wallpaper back there, though. Maybe it's a secret door. Ollie, the picture of the church at the bottom of the stairs, has the same thing. I have to investigate further when there are fewer prying eyes around. And then I'm going to make the assumption that he actually doesn't notice his journal is missing and the chair is out of the way.
Just out.
Okay. We'll pretend that he didn't actually walk in here. In the meantime, I'll have to keep up the facade. So he's looking to steal from the lady. Lost and found items are temporarily stored in the safe in the foyer. Key is safe behind the portrait of my dear Edith. One golden hairbrush, Lady Philcott maybe? Follow up. One person mixed jewels, no one claimed yet. And some other items. Good enough to know that if we want to steal that stuff, the key is right here. He's probably in the foyer again. Alright, everyone. I think that's good to stop. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you guys for watching. We found out that there is something of importance behind the statue, like the portrait of Duncan, and the church statue as well. Something behind them. As I write this down as well on a note so I can remember next time I play. Probably a series of switches that we need to flip. And then we have to flip something specific in order to open up a secret room. We also discovered that there is a code 599 for one of the exhibits upstairs. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.